Bobcat Nation, welcome back to our Zaxbys Athlete of the Week, brought to you by our good friends over at Zaxbys. Thank you for your long-time support. I've got Ella Hayes over here today, who was also the Peach Belt Player of the Week in soccer.
Yes, sir.
And tell us why you got Player of the Week last week. What happened?
Well, we had two big conference matches, and on Saturday we had a shutout, so that I think that also played a part into it.
It is a shutout by a goalie. That's always a good thing,
Yes,
right?
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
so tell us where you're from and what year, major, and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. I am from Watkinsville, Georgia. I am a sophomore and an exercise science major.
All right. And what high school?
I went to Oconee County High School.
Oconee, which we have a lot of our students come from there. I'm sure you have many friends
sir.
from high school, and North Oconee is the other one, the right up area.
Yes, sir.
We seem to have a good audience from there. What do you want to do with that exercise science major?
I'm in the pre-professional route, so I'd like to go to PT school.
Okay.
So
All right.
a physical therapist.
Well, good, fantastic. So let's talk a little soccer here first. So we did have two good conference games last week, both wins.
Yes.
And I say that we've got last week was a big week, and this week's a big week, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
at this time of the year, every week's a big week,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You had multiple saves on Saturday against USC Aiken.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that. Just how that worked out. Did you have a clear shot? Was any of them kind of, oh man, I got to get over here? Well, how'd everything work for you on Saturday?
Well, for Saturday, I knew it was a big game. It was only my second start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I had a lot of pressure on my back, and I don't want to let the team down. So I just put my body on the line, which is what you have to do as a goalkeeper. So I just went for the ball. If I saw the ball and it was in my area, I went for it.
Let's talk a couple goal tending areas here. I always like it when the goal comes out and fists the ball. Is that what you call that? Punch it? Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
sorry.
no worries.
On that. But the goalie position can be pretty physical at times, right? Because there's a lot of bodies flying in there.
Yes.
Particularly on a corner piece, right? When all those bodies are in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of talk about that, about how you really have to just kind of sacrifice your body because you're going to get hit. Beat up, right?
You kind of prepare for that, with the position it comes with it.
Yeah.
So on corners, it can be difficult to see the ball, but you just kind of have to act like you're the only one there, and whatever's in your box is yours. So I just went for it.
So let's talk about that. On a corner, when can you usually pick the ball up? Because you got all these people in front of you, right?
Yes, sir.
Like, how does that work? And sometimes you get surprised, I would think.
You do, yeah.
Right?
I mean, you jump and you hope that you catch it sometimes, and if you get hit, you get hit. Hopefully the ref will call a foul for you.
Right. Okay, yeah. How long have you been a goalie since you were first started playing soccer? Is this something that just happened the last few years or what?
Since around 11, I would say, is when I got seriously into goalkeeping.
Okay.
So,
and how does one decide, hey, I'm going to be a goalie? Does your coach at the time say, I think you'd be a good goalie? And what kind of attributes do you have to have there?
Well, my mom was the one who actually put me in goal when she was my coach when I was younger. But then my older sister played, she was a goalkeeper. And so older siblings, you usually want to do what your older sibling does. So
that's right.
I followed in her footsteps, and she really pushed me to be the best I could be.
Yeah, gotcha. Hey, we're in the midst of a good season here.
Yes, sir.
And great opportunity to finish this thing out. We're talk about the season just in general, just how well you think the team's playing. What's kind of happening right now that we've been playing pretty good the last few weeks?
This is a really special group. We have so much talent. We're a pretty young group because of how many seniors we had last year. But I think all around we all get along outside of soccer, and so I think that also plays a really big part. We trust each other.
Right.
We're able to take criticism, like it's constructive criticism. It's not taking it as an offense.
Right. Yeah.
So we're able to really listen to each other, and we're not getting upset with each other on the field. And I think the biggest thing is trust.
Yeah.
If you don't trust each other off the field, you're not going to do it on the field. So I think that's been the biggest factor of our success.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. And let's talk about you. You said you just got your second start, I think, last week
on Aiken.
Both of those?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So talk about waiting your turn, this, that, and the other, because that's just part of the process of a long season as injuries happen and assignments change or whatever. But talk about being patient and making the most of that.
Yeah. Well, my biggest thing is coming in, I knew I was the youngest goalkeeper, so I was going to be the best teammate that I could be. Yeah. I don't see a point in just sitting and being sad. I'm going to show up to practice every day, just put my head down, and if it's my time, it's my time.
Yeah. Great attitude. That's a great attitude. And I think that's a lot of the reason why we're having that success with all the trust and playing for one another seems to be the feeling that I'm getting from the team this year. Yeah. So, okay. We're on fall break right now. You enjoyed a couple of days off?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah,
and,
still had practice, but it was fine. You know,
that's right.
Enjoyed time being. You know, I got to go home yesterday for the day after practice yesterday morning. Came back this morning and showed up for practice again.
And why Georgia College a couple of years ago? What made you think about this place? And when you got here, what made it special?
When I walked on campus, because this was the first school that I had ever taken a tour of. I had never really, you know, my dad works in college athletics, so I've seen like the Division I programs. You know, I was trying to be realistic with my choices, and so I stuck to more of D2. And when I walked on campus, I knew this is where I wanted to be. I loved the culture. The campus is beautiful, and the soccer team was great. You know, I could see Jack was building a program, and I wanted to join a program that was wanting to win.
Pretty special place when you walk on our campus. You know, it's just like a movie set. You know what I'm saying? So well, good. Well, we've enjoyed visiting with you today. For Ella Hayes, I'm Wendell Staten. Go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats.